welcome. To make this Evangelical Lutheran Church logo, we start by making the background. I'm going to be using a thickness of 5 and color red, as you can see there. I'll change the colors once the logo is finished. When I finish making the outlines for all the shapes. So I've centered the first shape. Now I duplicated that shape to make the second shape, the inner shape. I made it green for distinction, adjusting it to size. Now let's make those little leaves on the back of the flower. So let's make this leaf, and I'm going to make this asymmetrical, the whole shape of that leaf, not just make it in a random shape. So next, let's make the petals of the flower, those ones, those 5 petals. So 365 divided by 5, that's 72. Those are 72-degree angles. Half of that, that's half of 72, that's 36 degrees. So I can make that half only, then use it to make the whole of that flower shape. So first of all, I'm making a line so I can make the angle for the shape that I want to trace out. So I'm making 36-degree angles using this line, that's 36 degrees. So I duplicate that line. This is at a 72-degree angle, so I want a 36-degree angle, something like that, so that I can divide my design of that petal. The aim is to make one design, duplicate it to make the other side, then we'll duplicate we'll merge the two sides to make one petal, then we'll duplicate to make the rest of the remaining 4. So here I'm making half of the petal, which we duplicate to make a full petal of that flower. Just making sure it looks nice. I'm going to remove that node in the middle, so I make 2 nodes on the sides. When I remove it, I'll have a perfect curve. Moving on to another line that will make it turn into a curve. Yeah. Let's move on to Just perfect. Right, we have our shape on that 36-degree angle. So we are going to make those little lines. Right now you can see them, but I'm making little lines. I will increase the thickness so I can put the curves on those ones with the curves. So I select all of the lines that I was making, increase the thickness, then I can put the curves on the lines that I've got the curves. Zoom in to see it closely. Now we have finished this piece of this half of the petal. So what's next is to duplicate that half petal to make one full petal of the flower. Duplicate it at 36 degrees, like so. Then move it. I flipped it, then moved it to the correct position. Yeah, don't worry about that overlap. It just means the original design that I downloaded was not asymmetrical. Now I'm joining the two petals. Look at that yellow line in the center. It disappeared. Now you're going to duplicate that full petal for the rest of the 4 other petals. Now I'm duplicating it 72 degrees, one of that. Yeah, so I'm going to join all these 5 to make one full flower, one complete flower. Then I'll move on to the next design, that is that heart. Then I'll finish off with that cross. So I've joined the 5 petals. As you can see, the yellow line that were in the middle are gone because it's now one thing. Now I'm going to copy that flower to the position of the other petals. So I've turned it at 72 degrees, just fitting it. Just a repetition of it doesn't matter if it is not aligning well, because you see at the back you won't see the other part which are overlapping when you put the color. Now we finished with the leaves. We're going on to make the heart. So I'm going to make half of that, then join it to make one full shape. So I'm going to make the heart out of this rectangle. I put it in that position, then I'll curve the lines. I'll put some nodes, remove some nodes, then curve the lines. I'll put a node here, just to turn it to curve so it can be shaped well. Remove this node. Now we can use a shape tool to make this curve. Adjust on both sides. Then on this other side, do the same. Shape it. Then we just make some few adjustments. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Just a little adjustment here. I can even remove that node to have a perfect curve, just like that. Now we're duplicating that, half of that. Then flip it. I've tried to join the two lines, but they are not joining. As you can see, there's still that line on the center. That's because the nodes are not touching, the nodes of the two shapes. So I'm going to adjust them manually, just like so. They are not in the same position, so they cannot make one shape. Let's select two of those halves, then try it again. Yeah, perfect. Now we're going to make that cross using rectangles as usual. We'll make sure the size of that part is the same as the one on this side. Now we are selecting both the shapes. And then select both the shapes, then join them. Select it, join them. Perfect. Now we are going to move the original design to the side so that we can put the colors. That's on the left, that's the design we're making or tracing out. So we start off with the cross, moving along, changing the colors. Changing the colors of both the outline and the fill color. Also changing the width of the outlines. I'm going to change those to black. So I'm selecting all of the little lines of that flower so that I can change them to the color black, just like so. There's one left, I didn't select it. I just select it individually and turn it into black. Now let's change the let's first group the leaves, the green part of that design. Grouped it, changed to green. Select the green color. Since it has just changed one side, I'll select the whole thing and turn the other leaves into green as well. Moving on to blue, it has just turned the outline. I'll change back the outline to black. Like so. Let's just tweak around with the color, with that shade of blue, to have a similar shade of blue as in the original design. Sometimes when you just pick the colors using the color tool, it won't pick the exact color. I think this is close enough, something like that. I'll use that one because it leaves the green visible. Now, okay, let's yeah, that one looks close enough. Now on to the orange part, the yellow part. Then I'll change the outline. Now let's delete the original one, and let's zoom in to see the two designs, then delete this one, and we are done. Thank you for watching. Till we meet again, bye bye.